What's up, everyone? This is your girl Rita, also known as the Gold Digger, and welcome to my channel where I chronicle my life and times as an entrepreneur and business owner. You get to see the ups and downs, and my mistakes and the lessons that I have learned through my entrepreneurship journey and get a quick little peek into this journey and hopefully get some tips that can help you so that you don't make some of the same mistakes that I have made. All right, so right now, as everyone knows and as everyone is talking about, we are in the midst of this pandemic. And currently right now, we're going through the process of trying to see when are we going to reopen, how are we going to reopen. Some states have already reopened. Like my state of Georgia, we have already reopened. And you'll see these little memes and stuff talking about you go first. Let me see how you do. You go first, and then if you survive, I'm gonna come out. So all these memes about you go first or whatever. And basically, that is pretty much how entrepreneurship is. Most people work jobs 9 to 5 where they have an employer. You already know you come in, you do this work, you're going to get paid a certain amount. Entrepreneurship, you don't know what can happen. You are pretty much in control of what is going on. You don't know if what you try is going to be successful. You don't know if what you try is going to, it's going to fail. You just don't know. And oftentimes you are going first. You are going first and you just don't know. You don't have anybody to compare your entrepreneurship journey to. Oftentimes there's not someone else in your family who is doing the exact same thing or something similar to what you are doing. So you really don't know. And it really is, when you start your entrepreneurship journey, it really is a test of faith, a walk of faith. And sometimes you're just out there figuring things out on your own. But just like in the pandemic where everybody's like, you go first, let me see how you do. And then based off of that, that'll help determine what I'll do. So if you are one of those people who you are one of the first in your circle of friends, family, or group who is doing this and going first, best believe they are looking at you. They are looking at whether or not you're going to be successful. They are looking at you whether or not you're going to fail. And even though they might not say it, even though you might not get the encouragement, they're watching. So as an entrepreneur, just know there's going to be many times where you're going to be going on this thing alone. You're going to be going out on this journey by yourself. But don't get discouraged. You're going to have failures, but it's okay, because guess what? That's just what happens when you're the first. When you're the first in something, no one else has done it before. No one else has done it particularly the way that you have done it, or you haven't seen someone do it the way that you've done it, or you're doing it, or whatever. So you're the first. So you don't know what's going to happen. But oftentimes when you're the first, it's going to be tougher because you're the one blazing that trail. You're the one having to knock down all these barriers and any obstacles that are in your way to make that trail for others to come behind you. So it's going to be tough. It's probably going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but don't get discouraged. That's what happens when you're the first. Everyone can't be the first. Other people have to sit back and watch and see if it's okay. They have to see, did you make it across? Were you able to be successful? And then they get in line and follow behind you or follow behind someone else. So when you're the first one, it's going to be like that. It's going to be rough because you're the first one out there doing it. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to do something new. It might be difficult, but stay encouraged and realize that being the first one has a lot of extra responsibility on you, has a lot of demands, and it has a lot of eyes on you. So don't crack under the pressure. Don't even worry about those who are looking at you. Just do what you feel that is the right thing for you to do. Do what you feel is the best thing for your success, for your business. And if you fail, it's okay, because you didn't have a blueprint. You didn't have necessarily an outline for it. If it was an outline, if there was a blueprint, there would be other people and you wouldn't be the first one. So don't get discouraged, okay? You sometimes you going first gives other people the courage to take the next step. So just keep that in mind. Um, you don't know who you might be inspiring, who is looking at you as you make those first little steps forward. There's others that need to see you move. There are others that need to see you walk out your entrepreneurship journey so that they too can start their own entrepreneurship journey. So being first, it's a lot, has a lot of responsibilities, but you can do it. And just recognize it for what it is when it comes to being the first one doing something. um, you just have to realize that there's just going to be certain struggles, there's going to be certain obstacles that you're going to encounter because you are the first one that is doing it. So I hope this encourages somebody, because sometimes when you're the first two, it can be lonely at times because you don't have necessarily have other people to look up to or who you can rely on. It's good if you do find some mentors or get some kind of mentorship, but oftentimes you might not have that. Also, with you being the first, like your circle of friends, they might be doing other stuff, or they have a totally different mindset, especially if they're not doing anything entrepreneurial. They might have a totally different mindset, and sometimes you can't expect them to be able to relate to you because they're just not on that same wavelength as you. Not to say you're better than them or anything like that, but their perception of certain things is not going to be the same as your perception of stuff. So keep that in mind and just stay encouraged, because I promise you, people need to see you making that move. People need to see you going first. When they see you go first and they see when you're successful, it gives them the courage, it gives them the strength to make the next steps and follow behind you. So, and that's just part of leadership. That's part of what being a leader is. And oftentimes, well, pretty much all entrepreneurship is, I won't say all it is, but a large majority of what entrepreneurship is just leading and knowing how to lead and knowing how to be successful and knowing how to stay encouraged and motivate yourself, because oftentimes you are the first, especially if you're doing it for the first time in your circle of friends or in a particular industry or whatever. So keep that in mind. Know that people are watching you. So use this pandemic as a time of encouraging you. So people like, I'm gonna let you go first and see what happens to you. So all eyes on you, all eyes on me. They're watching you. And just try to succeed. And even if you fail, it's okay. It's okay. You just get back up and you just try again. And you just know, hey, that particular route, it doesn't work. Let me go a different way. You just gotta reevaluate, readjust, and move on. And I can tell you this firsthand because pretty much I am the first in what I am doing. And I don't have people in my immediate area who I can rely on or depend on and things like that. So I give myself grace for when I do make mistakes or whatever, because I don't necessarily have a blueprint. And even sometimes when you do have a blueprint, nobody can do you better than you can do you. So you can try and follow somebody else's blueprint and it doesn't work because you're not them and they're not you. And sometimes you just have to be true to yourself and do it how you would do it. And that's not to say to be foolish and, not take people's advice or whatever. But some things are only going to work because of you. You have to be true to yourself and do it how you would do it, how it's going to work best for you. You can't be a copy or a duplicate of someone else. And sometimes some people will get lost in that by trying to duplicate somebody else's formula and wondering why it's not working because you ain't got the sauce. They got the secret sauce. You got your own secret sauce. So use your own secret sauce and do what you need to do to give yourself the success, okay? It's okay being the first. I'm rooting for you. I'm cheering for you. Go out there, blaze those trails, create those new paths, create those new opportunities because there are going to be people coming after you who are going to be following behind you and who need to see you succeed so that they can succeed. All right, that's it for now. This is your girl Rita, also known as the Gold Digger. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and check out other future videos. All right, take care, guys. Until next time.